If you're aiming to study in Australia with full funding, Australia Award scholarships are one of the strongest government-backed options, covering tuition, flights, living support, and more. In this video, I'll walk through the Scholarship Roar Guide and show you exactly where to check country eligibility, deadlines, and how to apply using the official OASIS system. Australia Award scholarships are administered by Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade and are designed to support the development priorities of Australia's partner countries. In simple terms, it's a scholarship built for future leaders who will study in Australia and then contribute back to their home country. Scrolling to Scholarship Summary. Level of study: undergraduate, master's, and PhD. Host institutions, participating Australian institutions. To check, you can click on this link. Fields. The page highlights major areas like engineering, business, arts, health-related fields, and social sciences. Quick tip for you all: don't overthink fields at the start. First confirm your country eligibility, then narrow down programs. Now to the deadline section. The general deadline is April 30th, 2026, but also check country-specific deadlines because they can vary. The official OASIS portal states applications for the 2027 intake open 1st February 2026 and close 30th April 2026, with specific times listed. So please don't submit at the last minute. Traffic spikes heavily near closing days. Now let's go to the scholarship coverage section. This is the part most people care about. Australia awards typically include full tuition fees, a one-time establishment allowance to help with initial costs like accommodation, textbooks, and study materials, return airfare, contribution to living expenses paid fortnightly, pre-course English support in some cases, overseas student health cover for the award holder, a compulsory introductory academic program before studies begin, and in certain programs, extra academic support or fieldwork support may be available. If you're comparing scholarships, Australia Awards is strong because it supports not just tuition, but also living costs and onboarding. Next is eligibility criteria. This is where many applicants lose time by applying when they're not eligible. Our key points are consistent with official policy guidance. You must be from a participating partner country, not all countries. You must be at least 18 on 1st February of the year you start. You must not be an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or applying to migrate permanently. You generally must apply from your country of citizenship and meet any extra conditions set by your country's program area. There's also a rule about relationship status. Applicants must not be married or engaged or in a de facto relationship with someone eligible for Australian or New Zealand citizenship or permanent residency during key phases, as stated in policy guidance. And you must be able to meet visa requirements and institution admission requirements. My advice: before you write essays or collect documents, open your country profile first and confirm you match every rule. Now I'm at how to apply. The main pathway is online through OASIS, the online Australia Scholarships Information System. When you register, you answer eligibility questions first, then you receive a registration number, username, and password. Important workflow tip: you can save your application as a draft and update it until the closing date. Once you submit, it's final, no edits. If online submission isn't possible in your context, some countries allow alternative submission methods. Your country profile will explain that. Also, there's typically no fee to submit an application. All right, let's walk through the official OASIS portal step by step and start an Australia Awards scholarship application, from registration all the way to submission. First, we're on the OASIS homepage. This page shows key notices and the main Need Help links. Always scan the opening and closing dates listed at the bottom before you do anything. Go to logon/register, then click Register New Account to create your profile. Enter your email, confirm it, then add your family name, given names, date of birth, and contact number, then click Save. After saving, you'll get a confirmation message saying an email has been sent with your initial password, and you'll be asked to change it on first login. Open the email from DFAT/OASIS. This is where you'll find your temporary password for the first login. Back on the login page, enter your email and the temporary password, then click Logon. On first login, Oasis forces a password update. Enter the temporary password, then set and confirm a strong new password and hit Save. Now return to the login screen, enter your email and your new password, and log in. Once you're in, the left menu appears. This is where you'll access applications and user information. The homepage still shows notices and links, so keep an eye on deadlines. Click Applications. This takes you to the application list page where you can start a new application. Click Create New Application on the right. If you already have an application saved, it will appear in this table. Choose the correct scheme or intake round. For this, Australia Awards Scholarship 2027, then click Next. Now the form starts with personal details. Enter your details exactly as they appear on your official documents, especially citizenship, country of residence, and passport information. Then click Save and continue to the next sections. Contact details. Here you enter your residential address, mailing address, if different, and contact numbers. Important: if DFAT can't contact you, the application may not proceed. So double-check everything. Spouse details. If you have a spouse or partner, enter their details here. If it doesn't apply, tick Not applicable. Children details. If you have dependent children, list them using the Add button. If none, mark it as Not applicable. Emergency contact details. Add at least one emergency contact, usually a relative or close friend, with phone, email, relationship, and address. Previous scholarships. This section asks if you've received any scholarships or fellowships before. If none, select Not applicable. If yes, use Add to enter the details. Scholarship applications. Here they ask two things: what other scholarships you plan to apply for this year, and whether you previously applied for a DFAT or AusAID scholarship and were unsuccessful. Proposed study program. This is where you add your intended study plan in Australia. Click Add, then enter the CRICOS course details, course code, institution, level, field, duration, and English requirement. If you're applying for research, fill in the research title, objectives, methodology, and how it supports your country's development. Qualifications. Next, list your academic qualifications. Highest level first. Click Add, then enter the qualification name, institution, country, language of instruction, and the start and end dates. English language details. This section confirms your English background. First, select whether English is your first language and whether your highest study was taught in English. Then choose whether you've taken a test. If yes, enter the test type, date, and scores. If not, you'll enter the expected test and expected date, based on your country profile requirements. Computer literacy details. Here they ask about your computer skills, how often you use a PC, and which tools you can use like Word, Excel, email, presentations, and internet browsers. Computer training details. If you've completed any formal computer courses, add them here with course name and dates. If none, mark Not applicable. Current employment. First, this section asks about your current job. If you're employed, enter your position title, organization name, address, start date, and a short summary of your duties and responsibilities. If you're not employed right now, tick Not applicable. The system accepts that. Previous employment. Next is previous employment. Add past roles that are relevant to your application, including work experience, community work, or volunteer work if it supports your leadership and impact. After clicking Add, fill in the position title, organization details, start and end dates, and a focused description of your responsibilities. Keep it clear and achievement-based. Think outcomes, not just tasks, then hit Save. Supporting statement. This is the heart of the application. You'll answer key questions like why you chose your course and institution, how it supports your career, your leadership or change example, and how you'll use the knowledge back in your home country. Stick to the word limits, be specific, and connect everything to development impact. Professional memberships. Here list any professional associations or memberships. For example, engineering bodies, medical associations, youth networks, research societies, or community organizations. If you don't have any, select Not Applicable, click Add, and enter the organization name, the start and end dates, and the highest position held if you had one, like member, coordinator, secretary, president, then save. Communication. This section usually asks where you first heard about Australia Awards. Choose the option that fits, like social media, website, university, alumni, or an organization, then continue. Documentary evidence. Now we upload documents. This page shows the minimum documents required, like proof of identity/citizenship and academic transcripts, and other optional documents depending on your country profile. Make sure your files match the required formats and size limits. When you click Add, choose the document type, write a short description, upload the file, and press Save. Tip: name your files clearly, like passport, transcript, IELTS, employment letter, so it's easy to review later. Declaration and submit. This is the final step. Read the declaration carefully, tick the acknowledgement checkbox, and only then click Submit. Before submitting, double-check every section because once it's submitted, editing can be limited. That's the full layout of the OASIS application, and exactly where each key detail goes. All right, that's it for today's step-by-step guide. If this helped, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss upcoming scholarship deadlines and tutorials. And for daily updates, follow Scholarship Roar on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. We post new scholarships, reminders, and quick application tips there every day. Drop your country and degree level in the comments, and we'll try to guide you to the best options. See you in the next video.